Hello and welcome back to another episode of Live Laugh Lily Kincade with your host, your girl Lily Kincade. Hello, I feel like it's been so long. Last week I was out of town. You can probably tell now I have a little bit of a cold. Everyone's getting sick, but I've missed you guys. I've missed talking. I've missed this podcast, and today's episode is going to be very short and sweet, but very practical with things that you can put into action right now, literally after you watch this video or tomorrow morning, because you know how it's like whenever you're sick or whenever you're feeling under the weather, you really start to appreciate feeling healthy. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And so, when you are feeling down or when it is very gray outside, you start to really romanticize and miss the sun. But I was like, you know what? I don't have to wait for summer. I don't have to wait till I'm fully recovered to appreciate life and to feel good. You're never going to get to that point where you're like, okay, now I can celebrate. Now I can embrace it. Okay. You have to embrace and celebrate and romanticize your life today, because life is long, but we do not know how long. And so today's episode, how to romanticize your life. I'm excited with this one because I did a lot of these things when I was in New York this past week. And it really just I felt like I was the main character in a movie. I was going to museums. I was sipping coffee. I was like smiling. I was talking to strangers. It was really out of my comfort zone, but I'm proud of myself for doing it. So without further ado, let's get into episode number 26 of season 2. We start off every episode of Live, Laugh, Lily Kincade with a quote, of course. And this one is by Henry Matisse, which I thought was so fitting because when I was in New York, I went to so many museums, and I love walking around a museum. Like, I could be there for hours. I mean, I was at like the Met and MoMA for hours, and I literally had to lay down in my friend's apartment, like just lay down and close my eyes because I was like, my brain hurt from looking at so much beautiful art. But if you have a museum near you, go to it. A lot of them are free, or there's passes with libraries, or there's days where students are free or local residents are free. Look into it. We have so much art and beauty around us. We just have to make the effort to kind of like seek it out and go find it, because it's right there. And like, you don't know how long it's going to be there. You don't know, like, we're so lucky and so fortunate. So, okay, now I'm rambling. Okay, the quote is, ready? Let me find it. Okay. There are always flowers for those who want to see them. I love that. I'm going to say that one more time. There are always flowers for those who want to see them. It's true. There is always something good if you are willing to look for them, if you are willing to put yourself out there and look for them. So without further ado, here we go, you guys. How to romanticize your life. Do you like my little drawing? Romanticizing your life, people are like, oh, what is that? Like, main character? Like, no. Okay. Kind of like that. But romanticizing your life is basically not waiting until you get to a certain point to live life to the fullest. It's not waiting for a perfect day to wear your fancy perfume. It's not waiting for a perfect time to wear this dress. It's like appreciating the beauty and appreciating the luxury you have in your life today. Because truthfully, like, you don't know how long you're going to have it. Like, wear your favorite clothes now. Wear your, you have that fancy bottle of wine, drink it now with friends, like, celebrate it, and don't keep waiting, because life is long, but we don't know how long. And so romanticizing your life is basically finding little moments of luxury where you can fully be present. And it sounds basic, but with our society and our culture right now, everything moves so quick. We're always on our phones. The news cycle is very fast. Like, we're always doing things, which is great. Like, it's amazing. But when was the last time you really just like sat with yourself and was so present? I was asking myself this question last night. I was like, when was the last time I just made a meal for myself, like cooked dinner and like sat down and ate it without being like scrolling on my phone or watching a TV show or like doing something? I've never just like sat. It's been a while, and I won't say I've never, but it's been a while since I've just sat down and been super present in the moment. And I was like, I miss that. I want to like take beauty in these small things. So I've made up a list that I'm going to kind of discuss, and certain things I do that I have been doing to romanticize my life. And I want to incorporate it more, especially now, I just had my birthday, and I want to start. It's just like, I want to be grateful for each and every day and to make the most out of each and every day, So yeah. Also, too, if there's any topics you ever want me to talk about, comment them below, DM me on Instagram. You can message me on X, Twitter, all of the things. I check them all. I have next week, I asked you guys, I think yesterday and the day before, like what you wanted to talk about. So I have I'm working on an episode for next week about your guys' requests, which is like confidence, how to choose what you're good at. And I have a whole thing planned out, because that is actually something I love doing, is like not career consulting, but I have this weird ability to, I can see people's gifts in them before they even see them in themselves. And I can be like, you have this, like it can work for this. So I have a whole thing. So stay tuned for that. Follow, subscribe, you got it. Anyways, but these are some things I've been doing. So like I said, I go to museums. It sounds silly, but I literally had not gone to a museum in so long. I've lived in Los Angeles for almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years. Crazy. Oh my God, 2015, I think. It'll be 10 years in August, end of August. That's weird. But you guys, recently, like over Christmas, I went to the Getty Museum for the first time in forever, like years, like maybe 5, 6, 7 years. My friend and I went and we were like, oh my God, it's been so long since we've been here. First of all, the museum is free. Like you can literally just go and we saw Van Gogh. It was beautiful. We were walking around looking at this gorgeous art. There's exhibits. We saw the most 360 view of the sunset for free. And I was like, we need to do this more. We need to go see museums. So my number one tip is like, if you have an afternoon off, if you have a Sunday morning, a Saturday morning, even if you only have an hour, I want you to go to a museum. Sometimes it helps when you see physical art. Like when you see something that's like, you know, the world classifies as art, a painting, a sculpture, whatever, it becomes easier after recognizing that to see the beauty in your everyday life. I know that sounds very cheesy, but it's like you see this painting, a still life painting of something, and then suddenly it's like, oh my God, like apples are so beautiful, flowers are so pretty, and they are, but it just helps you memorize it. So like something I've been doing is go to a museum. Pretend like you're in a movie. I want you to put on like your favorite little dress. I was wearing like my little trench coat and like go to a museum. Go to a museum, walk around. You can do this with a friend or like this is a perfect solo date that I love to do because seeing art really helps you I don't know, it just, first of all, it inspires your creativity, but also too, it helps you recognize art in your regular life. Okay. I have a list, you guys, but my first one is like go to museums. And this is kind of in the topic of like ways to romanticize your life is I would put the going to museums in the category of like take yourself on solo dates. You know that feeling when you're going on a date with somebody, whether it be like a boyfriend you've had for a long time, a husband, or a new date, a first date. You know how you get excited? You like spend time getting ready. You listen to your like good going out music, or like maybe you talk to a friend, maybe you have a glass of wine. You know how excited you get? Like you're just like, you literally are like, this date could go awful, but like this is so fun. I'm having like the best time. I need you to do that, but like plan them out solo with yourself. Plan a new movie you want to see. Plan a favorite dish you're going to cook. And I want you to like have fun with it. I want you to have fun with it just as if you were going on a date with somebody, but you can do it without having to go on a date with somebody because you are going to schedule a solo date with yourself. So this could be, like I said, going to a museum. This could also be like a movie, just something where you're very intentional, you know, where you're off your phone. Museums innately, I feel like you're off your phone, but if you're going to be like, I'm going to cook this thing, maybe you're going to put on some, like you're cooking an Italian dish, you're going to put on Italian music, you're going to put your phone away and you're just going to be present and pretend like you're in Italy in a cooking class, you know, be intentional and schedule solo dates for yourself is like something that I have. The next one would be to make your morning routine like feel magical, feel like a movie, feel it is worth it, even though it doesn't feel like it. Trust me. I hit snooze a lot. I'm working on that habit. It is worth it to wake up an extra 30 minutes to not be rushed in the morning. The amount of stress that even me personally, that whenever I'm rushed in the morning, it inherently affects my entire day. Even if I don't realize it in the moment, it always does because I'm rushed getting ready and then I'm like, oh, I don't feel confident. I don't have enough time. I'm hungry because maybe I didn't have time to eat. And like, if you wake up a little bit earlier and you get to just enjoy your cup of coffee, enjoy your cup of tea, maybe journal for a little bit, I'm telling you, like, if you can romanticize your morning, it doesn't matter the chaos of the rest of your day. If you've done that one little thing for you, the rest of your day is going to go so much smoother and you're going to feel so much more present and able to fully enjoy things. So far we have take yourself on solo dates, wake up a little bit earlier and romanticize your morning and have it be intentional. It could even be like, I'm just gonna wake up earlier and I'm just gonna like listen to music while I get ready. It's okay to move slow. You don't have to always be like, oh my God, I gotta do my makeup, run. No, you can like take your time doing your makeup, take your time picking out an outfit, okay? Period. The next one I have is have theme days. Now, I love doing this with friends. You know, like when people do theme parties or like get-togethers, but I want you to do this almost as if it's like for yourself as well. Yes, you can host parties or birthday parties with a theme, but have theme days like just for you. Like maybe, like I said, all of these can kind of tie in together. Like maybe one theme day you're like, okay, I'm going to have a fashion theme day. So like you're going to dress in an outfit that's very like maybe like out of your comfort zone. You're going to do makeup that's like really cool. Or you could have like say one day, like, okay, you could pick a TV show and maybe you were going to watch that TV show for like in the evening while you're eating your dinner. I want you to be like, okay, I'm going to dress up. Like for me, I love Pretty Little Liars. I need to rewatch it because I feel like I rewatch it in like the fall. I'm rewatching the OC right now because it's so good. But like maybe one day I have an OC day where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna dress like the characters in the OC. Like I'm gonna wear that style of vintage clothes. I'm gonna like do my makeup like they do. Go on Pinterest, get a little makeup tutorial, and just live my day normally. But then when I come home and I'm eating my dinner or eating my lunch, I'm gonna watch an episode of the OC, and it's just like a theme day. Okay, it's just like a theme day. You feel good, you feel confident, and it makes you just feel put together. It could be like, I'm gonna be like a supermodel today. I'm gonna wear my sunglasses. I'm gonna wear like my high heels all day today, no matter what. Have theme days with yourself. Okay, it's not silly, and nobody even has to know. Like you don't have to tell people these things. It just helps make life a little more fun. Okay. Another one I have is to. Oh my goodness. Another one I have, okay, this is something that I love doing. You have 2 opportunities every single day to do this. You have 2 opportunities. So you get to pick. Sometimes I do both. I've actually done both before and I need to do it again because it's been a while, but you have 2 opportunities every single day. You have that one opportunity to watch the sunrise and you have one opportunity to watch the sunset. I personally, I can't even pick a favorite. Oh my God, they're so different. I love watching the sunset. When I don't know, it just depends. I love them both. I've gone to the beach and I watch the sunrise. I think I'm always a sunset girl just because I like the dusk. I like seeing the stars after. But I want you to pick a day this coming week. Even if you're like, well, I don't live on the beach. I don't live in LA. I don't care. You have a hill, you have a rooftop, even just from your apartment window or wherever it is. I want you to like be intentional. Like you can, on the weather app on your iPhone, it'll tell you what time the sun is setting. 30 minutes before that time is when you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to go on a walk. I'm going to go maybe bring a little picnic, maybe bring a little dinner. You could bring your headphones and be listening to good music, but I want you to intentionally watch the sunrise or the sunset. It is the most surreal feeling because it just puts into perspective that, you know what, like, wow, like there's so much more beyond me. And like, God is so amazing. And like, he made this sunset that I'm never going to see again. Like you are only going to see the sunset you are seeing or the sunrise you are seeing one time. So you have 2 opportunities every day to do one of those. And that is something that instantly, if you are in a rut, if you are feeling stuck, it instantly just puts everything into perspective for me and makes me feel so like grateful. And I just feel so in tune with the earth. I don't know. It's a weird thing, but that is something that I highly, highly, highly recommend. Another one I would have to say is the last like kind of point I have. Hope these are helpful. Hope these are little helpful points. Some of them are more overall and some of them are more practical, like the sunset one. But the next one I have is to like make normal, boring things fun, if that makes sense. So like whenever I'm doing my laundry, this just sounds so silly. Whenever I'm doing my laundry, which sometimes I like do it right away. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I have to pack all these things. I literally will like listen to music or watch a movie that inspires me to do my laundry. You might be like, Lily, what do you mean? To me, I associate certain albums doing like certain things. So for me, if I'm ever in a rut, like, and I need to clean my kitchen in my apartment before I go back to California tomorrow. And what am I going to do? I'm going to blast Lana Del Rey's Chemtrails Over the Country Club album because washing my hair, doing the laundry, those are the lyrics in Chemtrails Over the Country Club, if you didn't know. But I literally I clean so much faster. It's like I put it on and I'm just suddenly like in the song and I just like close my eyes or I put music videos on the TV and I'm suddenly like in the vibe. It's kind of similar to like whenever I'm studying or like whenever I'm doing a lot of computer work, I'll put on classical music and I'll feel like I'm like studying at school and I just love it. And I get all my emails done. I don't know how to describe it, but I want you to romanticize little things. So, you know, make it a moment. Make it a moment. Maybe watch a little TV show while you're doing it. Or it's like, oh, you know, if you have to do a shower or do a face scrub, light a candle in the bathroom, like make it a moment because don't wait for someday to live it and appreciate it now. You know, even we're humans, we have to do basic things to stay alive. We have to eat, we have to clean, we have to work, we have to do these basic things that we're not going to be able to bypass. You're never going to get to a day where you don't have to eat, you know? You're never going to get to that day. So start enjoying it and start slowing down and romanticizing these little moments in life because that's what life is made out of, you know? Anyways, hope today's episode helped you. Like I said before, if you have any requests or things that you're just like, oh, I would love advice on this, Lily, comment it down below, DM me on Instagram or wherever. You can also join my website too, which launched in the mailing list, as well as merch or different things. People have been messaging me about merch or different things. The Mr. Hollywood merch collection is out, but then I'm working on a bunch of other merch. I'm so excited. I'm going to LA tomorrow, like I said, and I have samples waiting for me of some jewelry boxes I made. So I'm really excited to see if they turned out. If not, I'm going to do some more editing, so we'll see. But I love y'all. Make sure to give this 5 stars if you are watching on Spotify. And stream all of my music that I have out. The next thing is the album. So I'm freaking out, but I'm really excited and I'm happy you're here. We end it with an affirmation. Ready? Today is a wonderful day. I'm confident because I am a problem solver. I always have options because I choose to be optimistic. Today I will learn something new, laugh, and make a difference in someone else's life. I love y'all, and I'm happy you're here. Go romanticize your life and really appreciate the beauty that is all around you today.